8.3. Using intercepts. The objective of this lesson is to use x and y intercepts to graph linear equations. So, for the x-intercept, the x-coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the x-axis. So that's when y is 0. So the point here you see on the graph to the right, -6, 0, would be the x-intercept. And -6 will be your x-intercept. And that's, again, is when y is 0. And the y-intercept is just the opposite. That's when the y-coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the y-axis. So 0, 4 will be our y-intercept for the y-intercept, and that's when x is 0. Okay, so if I give you the equation 2x minus 3y equals -12, and I ask you to find the x-intercept, all you have to do is let y equal to 0. And you plug 0 into y and then solve for x, and you should get -6. So your answer for x, the x-intercept will be -6, 0. And it's also, and then as you can see, it's graphed here to the right. And for the y-intercept, it's just the opposite. You let x equal to 0, you sub x for 0, and you solve for y to get 4. And the y-intercept will be 0, 4, and then you just plot -6, 0, and 0, 4. Okay, so -6, 0 will be on the x-axis, 0, 4 will be on the y-axis, and then just connect the dots and draw a line. And that's your graph. Let's practice. When x is 0, then y is, when x is 0, y is 1. Okay? Because 0 minus 2y equals -2, and then y will be 1. And then when to find the x-intercept, when y is 0, x is -2. When y is 0, okay, x is -2. And then we can graph. And then 0, 1 will be here. And we can connect the dots. To graph this equation, when x is 0, so I can do this. When x is 0, so we plug sub x for 0, then this would become 0, then 3 times 4 will give me 12, then y will be, okay, that will be my y-intercept. Okay, and then when when y is 0, then it will be 3. This will be my x-intercept. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, about right here. 0, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 3, 0. And then we can graph. And for this one, when x is 0, y is -8. When y is 0, okay, then x is -4. And if you can't see it, you gotta do some math here. Okay, so 0 equals -2x minus 8. Okay, then it'll be 2x equal to -8, and x will equal to -4. Gotta do the math, okay? And when you graph, you can go by 2's to make it easier. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll write -8, 0, -8 here. And then -4, -2, -4, -4, 0, Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's review some vocabulary terms. For the line that passes through the points 0, -7, and 3, 0, the y-intercept is -7. This is the y-intercept. And the x-intercept is 3. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at some word problems. Okay, let's take a look at some word problems. Canoeing. You are canoeing along a 12-mile stretch of river. You travel 4 miles per hour when paddling, 2 miles per hour when drifting. Write and graph an equation describing your possible paddling and drifting times for the trip. Give 3 possible combinations of paddling and drifting times. So I can let x equals paddling time and y equals drifting time. Okay, and then the total length or distance, would be 12 miles, right? So 4 times x will be my total paddling distance. And 2 times y will be my total drifting distance. And I need to set it equal to 12, and that's where it comes from. Okay? And now we need to graph this equation. I'm going to use x-intercepts. When x is 0, y is 6. When y is 0, x is 3. So I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay. Notice I did not extend the line any longer because you cannot have a negative time. And then what's the possible third point? Let's use 1. Let's let x equal to 1. Okay, so 4 times 1 plus 2y equals 12. Where did I get the 1 again? I just chose a random point here because I want to find a third point according to the word problem. So 2y, 12 subtract 4 will give me 8. And then y would be 4. It works out perfectly. So 1, 4. That's a third combination. So what does 1, 4 mean? So 1 would represent your 1 hour of paddling time and 4 hours of drifting time. This would be the proper way to write your answer. Okay. Let's take a look at one more problem. You are in charge of buying food for a barbecue. You have budgeted $30 for ground beef and chicken. Budgeted means you have this total amount of $30 to spend. So ground beef costs $3 per pound. So I can start setting up my variables. Let x equals beef. And chicken costs $5. Okay, chicken will be my y. And then write an equation describing the possible amounts of ground beef and chicken that you can buy. Use intercepts to graph the equation. So then 3x will be the total amount I can spend on beef. And plus 5y would be the total amount I can spend on chicken. And I will have to set it equal to 30 because that's all I have to spend. So let me find the intercepts, calculate the intercepts now. When x is 0, y is 6. When y is 0, x is 10. Okay? And then we can graph. I'm going to graph by 2's, so this would be my beef, my chicken, okay, this is y, okay, and this is x. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. and 2, 4, 6. So what does 0.6 mean? If I buy 6 pounds of chicken, then I can't buy any beef. If I buy 10 pounds of beef, then I can't buy any chicken. Okay, what's one more possible combination? We can see, let's see. If I let to find a third possible combination, I can let, see, x equal to 5. Okay, if I sub in x for 5, I would get y equal to 3. So on the graph, it's probably about the point here, right here. Okay, and to show my answer properly, I could do B for beef, C for chicken, make it easy, 0, okay, 6, 5, 3, and 10, 0. So when I buy 5 pounds of beef, I could purchase 3 pounds of chicken. Okay, and this would be your answer.